Hey, beautiful souls, beautiful sunshine here with DR Holistic Healer, aka Sonia B. So I am back with this quick intuitive message that I actually received yesterday. And the intuitive message came through a song, and the song was from Dreamgirls, Step Into My Bad Side. So at the time when I heard this message, right, because I didn't really know the full song, but I just remember hearing Step Into My Bad Side. And as I was hearing that song, I was getting the feeling of this message is coming in two different forms, right? So the two different forms that it's coming in, for those who may have been, let's just say, what I'm hearing is stepped on, okay? Stepped on by other people, taken advantage of, misused, and just looked upon because they were doing things differently and not necessarily how society say that they should do things. And then you have the other group of people who have been misusing, abusing, taking advantage of, stealing, taking something that does not belong to them, and however else you want to refer to it. You know, you can most likely, hopefully, if you're watching this video, you're on the first side and not the second side. But with that being said, for those people who have been taken advantage of, let me just say this. You know, some people are gonna, let me just say this, because this came to mind because I because I actually had to ask my daughter. I was asking my daughter yesterday. I was like, what is this song really about? But then I would go and look at the lyrics today, right? But to make sure I really understood, because she was telling me, you know, and what she said, you know, made a whole lot of sense in regards to the song, because I haven't watched the movie recently. It's been a minute since I watched the movie. But anyway, so I say all that to say she's more current on that movie than I am. So that's the reason why I was asking. But anyway, so part of the lyrics that came in that song was, it said, step into my bad side, right? Step into my bad side, whether you the first group or the second group. Step into my bad side. Gonna take a mean ride, okay? So some of you guys about to take a journey, okay? Whether it's from the good side of karma or whether it's from, well, I'm not going to even say good or bad or karma, because all of karma is just basically lessons that we learned, you know, whether we, according to the actions that we chose to take, okay? That's how I'm going to refer to it. Not as good or bad, but just according to the actions that we felt like we needed to take at that specific moment, okay? Because we've all had karma in some sort of way, whether it's karma that makes us happy or whether it's karma that makes us discomfort. Let me say that. Okay, so it says, gonna take a mean ride. A mean ride. And then it says, step into my bad side. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The smile I had has gone away. So for those people who have, again, remember it's coming in two different groups. For those people who have come from a place of being authentic, being, you know, true to themselves, and they remove any false masks that they may have had. They may have been shamed, though. They may have felt like they were being shamed in some sort of way. They may have felt like, you know, felt like God has basically abandoned them, and basically, what's the word? Feeling like basically like everybody has turned against them, feeling like, we can go on and on and on, okay? But anyway, but then you have those people who've just, again, as I said before, who've had, okay, so those people who have been taken advantage of, basically their smiles have kind of went away in a sense. It's almost like maybe they once smiled before, but it's like now it's like, no, like I don't trust you because I really see your true intentions in a sense. And then you have the other group of people who had been the ones taken advantage of. They have been smiling because yes, they've been reaping that reward, or they felt like they've been reaping the reward by taking, you know, and stealing from other people in a sense, in whatever shape or form, okay? But basically says, those that steal, you're gonna pay, okay? And then it says, step into my bad side, step into my bad side, ooh, 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 gonna take a mean ride, okay? But anyway, so nevertheless, this other part says, I tell you now, it's got to end. No more trusting in them, my friends. We're gonna change our style and change our tone. Look for songs we sing our own, okay? So for whatever it meant for the song Dreamgirls, but however you want to apply that into your life, it's almost like God was just showing me like, okay, like, no, the dynamics is about to change here, okay? So again, whether you're on the receiving end of that or whether you were the one doing that or whatever, just know that there are going to be rewards based off the actions that you chose to take, okay? Whether they were actions that weren't of integrity. And it kind of goes with that message that prophetic message that I just gave you guys in regards to, you know, an individual family member still having old patterns, mindsets, and habits that, you know, have been passed on from different generations, in the sense of doing things behind closed doors, you know, trying to look into a child's life, you know, to see what they have inherited for is their birthright, you know. So, you know, things like that, those are spiritual violations. And I don't even think some people are even aware or conscious of when you do things like that. God doesn't, what's the word? Of course, he would give us lessons, and of course he would give us these situations and allow us to be able to see. Sometimes he will allow the enemy to allow people to be able to see what people have going on, just to see if they're going to pick and choose and make the right choices, should I say. Oh, well, you know, do I try to, you know, see what I can take from them spiritually, you know, things like that. So just know that everything comes in a form of a test, okay? We're always learning lessons from the time we wake up to the time we go to bed. You know, that's why it's important for us to, you know, some people, I'm hearing spirit say, some people are going to move with integrity, and then you have those who aren't going to move with integrity, but it's not up for us to judge. But because they are learning lessons themselves too, just know that, you know, karma does come back, and karma knows where people live at, and it has your address. So based off according to decisions and choices that you choose to make. That's why it's so important to just make sure you move with integrity, and just make sure that you just be mindful of how you treat people as well too, because I know there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about, you know, be careful, you know, because sometimes we may be unawarely entertaining angels. So therefore we can be kiki and laughing and talking about somebody behind their back, but it could really just be an angel standing there just taking notes, you know, writing down in the book of life, taking notes and seeing how you responded and reporting back to God, you know. So, but anyway, but that's the only message that I had. I figured I would just share that information because it really stood out very loud yesterday. So I figured, well, I'm doing this other prophetic video, let me go ahead and do this one as well too. But anyway, so I wish you all a beautiful day. You guys enjoy yourself, and just remember to just always try to move with integrity. Always remember Christ first. Our key is to be Christ-like. You know, just respond and act. What would Jesus do in the process? Because remember, God said nobody can come to the Father unless they go through the Son. But nevertheless, so let's give Christ his credit as well too, because without him, we wouldn't have been extended to grace. But anyway, we wouldn't have had grace. So anyway, but remember, always keep God first and foremost. And I love you all, and I wish you all much love, much light. And I say peace and blessings until the next message. Bye.